Alrighty, let's get started. Hello, everyone. I see a lot of familiar faces. Can you all hear me okay? Okay, good. All right, so I know we have a lot of people who have been here before and a lot of new people. That's very funny, Milo. And so I just want, so usually we take the first day just to make sure everybody is up and running with Pico 8, which is this program over here that you see if you started, if you're just starting out. So my first question is, I just want to make sure everybody has the code that they need to download and install this. And if you already have Pico 8 installed and running, and you can get to this screen here, raise your hand. So I want to get an idea of like who already has everything up and running and who still needs to get everything up and running. So if you already have Pico 8 running and you have this on your screen, go ahead and raise your hand. Henry, to answer your question of what we're doing today, we're usually with the game dev development class, we just make the first day just to make sure everybody's up and running and can get to this screen, just to make sure that everybody's kind of all on the same page. Okay, so again, if you're just joining us, don't worry. All we're doing right now is just making sure everybody has this up and running. So Ranbir, so you said, does it matter if the version's 0.2.0i or 0.2.0f? No, it does not. You can still use that version. If you want to upgrade, that's totally fine, but you don't need to. As long as it says 0.2.0 something, you're good. Isaiah, yes, we can do a Zoom call, and I will be happy to help you with that right after this. Tom, so you say you don't have Pico 8. So when you signed up, there was like an instructions email that everybody got to email me to get a code to download Pico 8. Did you send me an email? I don't remember all the people I emailed back. So did you send me an email yet? Henry, no, for everybody else, if you're up and running with this screen and you can get to this screen, you are set and you're ready for tomorrow. The only thing to remember is that if you want to go in and out of full screen, you hold down Alt and hit the Enter key, or sometimes it's Return on some keyboards, and that brings it out of full screen. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my email address up on the screen here. So this is my email address. If you have not gotten, if you don't have Pico 8 installed yet and you didn't get a code to download it, send an email to that address and I'll send you the code for what you need for this class right now. But again, so if you are already up and running, here, I'm just going to switch real quick. So if you're up and running to this screen, you are set for today. You don't need to do anything else. You're welcome to just come back tomorrow at the same time, and then that's when we're actually going to start doing the game development itself. And we're going to jump right into the game development and kind of explain some of the coding concepts as we go, as opposed to normally we have 3 whole days of stuff, and so we do the first day is learning all the coding concepts, second day is making a game, and third day is making a game. This week we have a shorter week, so we're just going to jump right in. So yeah, so Isaiah, so today is just getting up and running with Pico 8. So if you're already set up and running with Pico 8, then you're fine. You can just feel free to hop off and you can come back tomorrow at the same time. You're also welcome to hang out too if you want to do that. I'm going to check my emails and make sure I don't have any emails sitting there waiting. But yeah, go ahead and send me a. So Tom, this I think it was listed in the requirements for the class, but you do need a computer to run the Pico 8 program. So what some people do is they will install it on a computer and then watch the webinar on a tablet, and that works too. I'd say yes, I will email you as soon as this is over with the Zoom information. Okay, so looks like, Luca, I just got your email. I'm gonna email you right back. Give me just a second here. Okay, one sec. Okay, Luca, I just sent you an email back. Aurora, I don't have anything specific just for today. Sorry, well, I guess I should say Aurora's mom. I don't have anything specific just for today, just because we kind of tend to use this day just to get everybody up and running on Pico 8. And then let's see. Okay, so Milo had a question. How do you do the demos? So again, if you have Pico 8 installed, you can do this. I'm going to switch back to Pico 8 here. So to install the demos, it's very easy. You just type install_demos and hit enter. And it'll do boop. And then to get into that folder, you type CD, which means change directory. Directory is another name for folders. CD demos. And then now, see, it says you're in the demos folder. And you see how there's all those listed. If you type LS and hit enter, it lists everything in that folder. And so then you can just type load and then any of these names. Like if you load, like what's a cool one? Jelpy is like a whole little complete little game. And that loads this one. So then if you escape, now you're back where you can type commands, and you could type CLS, or you can type reboot. And if you've already installed the demos once, you don't need to install it every time. You can just, if you already did installing demos, you can type CD space demos, and then LS to list all the files. And then you can just type load and pick whichever one. But again, that's separate from what we're covering today. So what we're trying to do is get everybody up and running with this. So if you need some help getting up and running with this, go ahead and raise your hand. I just want to get everybody up and running who needs any help getting up and running. All right. London, I see your hand raised. Did you already get a code for this yet? And Adya, did you get a code yet? I just want to make sure everybody has gotten codes that needs a code to download this and get it. Okay, so if you haven't gotten a code yet, send me an email at this address and I will send you an email right back with the code and then the link you need to go to be able to go download Pico 8 and get it installed. And that's what we're going to help everybody today do, is help everybody make sure they have it all downloaded and get it installed and everything like that. So go ahead and send me an email to this address, dylanb@delphian.org, DYLANB @DELPHIAN.org. Okay, great. I will keep an eye out for your email, Adya. Am I pronouncing that right? I just want to make sure I pronounce names right if I say them out loud. Okay, great. Well, London, you don't you can't speak in here because of the way we have this webinar set up, but you can just type answers into the answer box, and that's the easiest way to talk to me. So London, do you need a code to get started with this? Or did you already get one? I'm glad to hear that, Adya. Yes, London, that's correct. You should only be able to see me. It's not the standard kind of, Zoom meeting where you see like, a bunch of different people. This is kind of one where it's like me presenting to all of you. And so you get to see all this stuff. And, I don't know if some of you noticed, but if you watch, these clouds move very slowly past. It's very subtle. So London, do you need a code? Oh, I see. You said yes. Okay, so send me an email to this address, okay? This one up here, dylanb@delphian.org. Send me an email to that address so I can make sure it gets to the right location. As soon as you send me an email, I'll send you one right back. I haven't seen your email yet. Just want to make sure it went to the right place. I'm going to put my email as a response to you so you can just copy and paste it, okay? And I'm going to send it as like an answer so that everybody can see it. That way, if you need to copy and paste it, you can. Sometimes for some reason, it does take a few minutes to arrive. So that's totally possible too. Is it possible it's just not arrived yet? Yes, so Aurora's mom has a question on, is there a way to have more than 64 pieces of art in your game? And yes, you can. And so for those of you who have done some stuff, then if you're in the art editor, and don't worry, we'll cover all this tomorrow. So if you're like, wait, don't go ahead. That's okay, don't worry. You're not gonna miss anything. I'm just answering this one question. So you see how you have 64 pieces of art here. You can go to the second tab over here and add even more. In fact, when you're down at the bottom of the first tab, see like down here, and you go to the second tab, you can actually see the very tip top of the tab above it right there. So on this second tab, you can do even more pieces of art all the way up to 127. And then you can use even tabs 2 and 3, but that means you have to just not use the bottom of the map. And that's a more complex thing. So just consider you have tabs 1 and 2. So again, don't worry if that's like, wait, I don't have it installed. Don't worry. I'm just answering that one question. We'll cover all of that stuff tomorrow. Okay, 1 second. London, I just got your email. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send you an email right back. Okay, London. Oh, whoops, sorry. My bad. I think I did that whole demonstration with nobody being able to see it. Sorry about that. One sec. And Adia, I don't see your email. So here's what I want you to do, Adia, is put your email address in as an answer or as a question. And I'll be the only one who sees it. But if you put it in there, then I can get it directly. And that will be easier. So I can make sure that we get it sent to the right place. Now I'm going to go back and do that same demonstration. Nate, you haven't missed anything. All we're doing is making sure everybody can get up and running with Pico 8. Aurora's mom, I will answer your question. One sec. Okay, let me. Adia, I'm going to send you an email. 1 second. Okay. All right. I am sending you an email. Okay, I just sent you an email. You should have it any minute now. Nate, you didn't miss anything. I think I mentioned just a minute ago, all we're trying to do is make sure everybody can get up and running to this screen here. If you don't have a download code for Pico 8, which is this program here, then you need to make sure you send me an email. It was in the instructions when you first sign up for the class. And if you send an email to that address, then you'll get the code to download it if you didn't already send that to me. Aurora's mom, to answer your question with an actual thing on the screen this time. And again, everybody else, don't worry about, oh, Nate, good. If you're already in Pico 8, then you're all set. Just don't forget, if you need to come out of full screen, then hold down Alt and then hit the Enter key, or sometimes called Return on the keyboard too. But that will take it out of full screen so you can see Pico 8 and the webinar at the same time. But if you're set up with that and you can see this, then you're set for today. You don't need to do anything else. You're welcome to just come back tomorrow at the same time at 1:30. Well, 1:30 Pacific time. Okay, so to answer Aurora's mom's question, can you do more than 64 pieces of art, also called sprites? And yes, you can. You can see there's 2 tabs here that you can choose from. If you go down to the bottom of this tab, you'll see when you go to the second tab, you can actually see the top or the bottom of the first tab kind of across the top there. And now you have even more sprites you can use. The only thing is that if you use tabs 2 and 3, that kind of uses up some of the map data, and you don't want to do that unless, so you can either have half the size of the map, like it uses this bottom part of the map, and you can either use the bottom part of the map and not these 2 tabs, or you can use these 2 tabs and then just not use this part of the map. So again, if you just started and you don't know what all that stuff I just showed you is, don't worry, we'll cover all that tomorrow. I was just answering one specific question. So London, if you look in that email, it says right there, it gives you a web link to click on. And if you click on that, that's where it wants you to put in the code. And then you also put in your email address and so forth. And it gives you the download link to download Pico 8, this program, for your computer. London, if you want to get your dad or your sister to help you too, that would be fine as well. Adya, that's really weird. I did send it. Let me just double check that it went. It definitely went. When I went to go send it, I could even see your, I could even see like your little email profile icon, little circle thing, and it looks like you and your mother, it looks like. So I think I did see it. Oh, that's interesting that there weren't instructions. Okay, well, that's fine. That might have just been an oversight by whoever was setting all the classes up. We kind of did this one kind of last minute, decided to like add this one in. So it's possible it just got overlooked. But that's good to know. Thanks. Oh, okay, it's your little sister. Awesome. Okay, good. Well, I did send it to that address. So check your spam. Make sure it didn't go to your spam folder. Sometimes it does end up there. The subject line was called Pico 8 code. Yeah, I definitely felt like there was something missing this time. There didn't seem to be quite as many people emailing me before the class, but that's fine. That's why we have this extra day set aside. Luca, did you get my email with the code that you need to get it installed? Just want to make sure you got that. Great. Okay, good. Yeah. So London, when it asks you to put in the key that's the code that you got sent in the email. I'm going to try to put on the screen here what it shows when you go do that, just so that it's really clear. Okay, that sounds good. Aurora's mom, yeah, go ahead and email me, and yeah, go ahead and send me the game. That'd be great to see. I'd love to see both of them, but you're absolutely welcome to send me the one that you created. That would be really cool. So if anybody else still needs a code or hasn't gotten it, then let me know. That's awesome to hear, Milo. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making that one too. That was a lot of good stuff. Okay, sounds good. Yes, Aurora's mom helps me remember who it is too. Good. Thank you for the pronunciation. That helps too. So it's Dashana, is that correct? Oh no, Milo, that's terrible. Well, at least you can easily follow through the steps to do it again. That's great. My sister's name is actually Shayna. So that's actually pretty easy to remember. And spelled the same way, just without the DA. That's cool. All right, London, were you able to get that figured out? Were you able to get the key and get to the download code? Oh, great, great. Yep, I'll see you tomorrow. Nope, this is a different London, Milo. London, the code that was in the email that I sent you, that's the key that you have to copy and paste in. Like when in the email that I sent you, it says like, okay, here's the code you need, and then it's like it says like edu, and it's like a bunch of letters and numbers. You have to use that whole thing, and then when you click the link that's right below it, where it says like Pico 8 redeem or something like that, when you go there, it says, okay, I need the code. I'll put it up on the screen here so you can see in a second. Let me just fix one thing here. I'm just saving some things here. One second. Okay, and then did you put your email address where it asks for your email address too? It should have. It should have asked you for, I'm going to put it up on the screen here so you can see what it should have looked like. One second. I'm just fixing one last thing here. Okay, so let me put these in my browser so that you can see what you should see. All right, let me see here. One sec. Let me pull up my browser window and pull up the images here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so when you click on the link from the email, Milo, we won't have any that are part of this school year, but we will be having other game dev classes after this. I don't know exactly when, but we definitely will have more. We may do like one that's maybe more advanced for the students like you who have done a bunch of these already. So London, when you click on that the link in the email that you got from me, you see something that looks like this. Okay, you should see well, actually, sorry, you won't see a link that looks like that. You'll see, hold on. Oops. you'll see this. So this is the screen that you'll see. And then in here, down here where it says key, that's where you put the key that that you got in the email, like that big long thing. It starts with edu something something something, and you type that into here, or you can copy and paste it, which is better because you won't make any mistakes. Once you've done that, it says this. It says, okay, now put in your email address down here. You see where it says that? So it says type in your email address, and it'll have the key listed across the top that you put in to when you had this page. So then once you put in your email address and click submit, then it goes to this page and it says, okay, it's been successful. And then it says, click here to go to your download page. And then when you click there, you end up at this page where you can download Pico 8. I hope that makes sense in terms of like how that all works. London, I can't put the code on the screen here because if I do, then everyone sees it. And it's just a one code for one person. So just look in the email, you'll see. I put it, it's like, it says, here's your Pico 8 code, and then the next line is your code. Also, if you're having trouble, then I have a Zoom call with another student right after this, but I'd be happy to do a one-on-one Zoom call with you to kind of like walk you through each step so we can make sure you have it up and running. That I'm totally happy to do that. And we could probably do that pretty quickly. And you could share your screen to me so I can say, okay, now click on this, now click on that type of thing. Oh, I could put it in the Q&A box, but it also is in the email. He did get the email. So, but that's a good question, Adya. Oh, I could put your code in the thing. I thought you were talking about London's where I was. So if you didn't get your code, I'm gonna reply back to you with your code. Hold on one sec. Because that's frustrating if you still didn't get it. Okay, London, after you used the code, did you type in your email address and click submit, and you got to the download page? Okay, good, London. Okay, Adya, one sec. I'm gonna send it to you privately here, and go to. Okay, so I just sent that to you, and you should have it. That's a good point, idea that we could just send it through the Q&A box. I didn't think about that. You got to the download page. Okay, so London, at the download page, are you on a Windows computer or a Mac computer? Okay, so what you'll want to do is see where it says Mac OS X and it has the word zip right after it. Click on the word zip after where it says Mac OS X in the Pico 8 section. Where it says, right here, where it says Mac OS zip. And what that'll do is that will start a download to your computer of Pico 8. And when it's done, then you should open up the download, and inside that thing that you open up when you finish downloading it is a folder, and just drag that folder onto your desktop, okay? Just drag it right onto your desktop. And then let me know when you've got that part done. So again, for anybody else that's hanging out in here, just a reminder that if you can get to this screen, then you are all set and ready for tomorrow. And you don't have to hang around if you don't want to. You're totally welcome to. But if you can get to this screen, you are good to go for tomorrow. London, is that going okay? Check your list of downloads just to make sure. And you can also go into your downloads folder and see if it's in there. London, I'll be happy to do a one-on-one Zoom call with you right after this. I have to help another student, but then I will send you an email and we can just do a quick one-on-one Zoom call and I'll help you walk through the steps that you need, okay? Because I think it might just be easier if I can like point out like, okay, click on this, now click on that. I think it'll go pretty quickly. And once you have it up and running, it's really easy. Adia, did that work to get that code and everything? Awesome. Okay, good. Let me know when you're done installing it, or if you need any help with that step too. I'll be happy to help. If anybody else needs help, just let me know. London, any luck finding the download that came through, or do you want to just wait until after? Oh, I think London's going to wait till after. Never mind. Just want to check on some of the rest of you. Aiden, do you have Pico 8 installed and are you all ready to go? Awesome. Great to hear. And Nate, I think you said that you have it already installed and ready to go too. Great. Asmi, are you all set and ready to go as well? Excellent. Good to hear. And then Renbeer, I think you already have it set up and ready to go as well. Am I right? How do you mean, Milo? Great. Good to hear, Renbeer. Do you mean how it's got like little clip out of there? Is that what you mean? Oh, that's actually kind of a style, believe it or not. It was kind of a style for those big, thick, pixely fonts in video games, and that's just kind of how those kind of fonts looked for video games. I'll try to find an example. There's a couple good ones where you can kind of see. Let me see if I can find some good ones. But yeah, that's sort of just a style that they used. Okay, London. Well, I think what we'll do is I think right after this, I'll send you the info for a Zoom call so we can just go on and do it one-on-one and get it all fixed up. London, look for an email from me right after we end this, okay? And I think we'll do it'll probably take us maybe 3 or 4 minutes to do the whole thing. I think it'll probably go pretty quick. But so look for an email from me with some Zoom info, and we'll get it up and running. Okay, so everybody else, I think we're going to wrap up here. Good job for getting everything up and running, and then tomorrow we will start off. We're just going to start making the game tomorrow right away. I'll talk about the coding concepts that we're using as we make the game, which is a little different than how we've done it in previous weeks, but it should still be pretty easy to follow along, and we will get a game going, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. This one, I think, will be nice and easy and fun to play. Okay, so thanks for joining, everybody, and I will see you all tomorrow at the same time, and I'll talk to you, London, very soon. Keep an eye out for that email. All right, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Yes, Adya, I will help you too. I will send you an email as well, okay? Don't worry, Adya, I will send you an email, so keep an eye out for email. I'm gonna help London first. His will be very fast, and then I'll send you an email as well, and then we will, actually, what I'm gonna do is, Adya, I'm gonna send you the Zoom info right now. Hold on, give me 1 second before you sign off. Hold on, don't sign off yet, because I'm gonna put the Zoom info right in here in the Q&A, because if for some reason email does not seem to go between you to me, and so I want to make sure you have the Zoom info. So hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put it in your answer here, okay? Okay, good. So I just put it in answer to one of your questions, and just tell me, I want you to make sure that you have that info. Let me know before we end off here. And so, how about this? How about as soon as we end here, you go join that meeting? Does that sound good? Okay, good. Yes, what's up? Okay, good. So join that Zoom meeting as soon as we end off here, okay? All right. Bye, everybody. I'll see you in a minute, Adya.